So, hi, you're not going to be able to see me, but I'm home from work. I would have vlogged on the way, but I was running late, so it was already off to a bad start. And then I almost flipped my truck while driving to work and flew off the road and ended up facing the opposite side of the way I was supposed to be driving. That was freaking terrifying. That was my first fly off the road experience I've had. So screw that. That was freaking terrifying. Get all the way to work to find out that I'm not even on the list of people who work today. So I had to drive all the way back. I mean, the snow looks beautiful, but it's really wet. And that wet snow is really slippery, but it looks really pretty. Here, I'll show you. See, the snow is beautiful. Like, it's not even showing how much is falling right now for some reason, but it's freaking really pretty. But, yeah, I almost died today. Jeez, I've gotten so bad at these. I guess today is just going to be like the darkness vlog, but I'm getting ready to go to bed, and then I realized that I haven't finished today's video, and I forgot to upload one yesterday. Hello, kitty. I really hope you're doing okay. Taking her to the vet tomorrow. But I don't know, man. I don't know what happened. Like, I was doing so good in October, and then November things started, like, declining, and now I'm just back in my same space. I think it's because I get... Cat, you are freaking on the controller, and you were changing my video. Oh, I hate when my cats do that. Oh, I love you, cat, but get off the controller. But, yeah, I get really bad seasonal depression, and I think that the medication that I'm on and the things that I'm doing really helped my, like, baseline depression, but now I'm kind of hit with the whole, I also have vitamin D deficiency, and then, you know, there's no more sunlight, really, at all. So, I think that that's really contributing, and when I get up for work, you guys see it's dark, and a lot of times by the time I get off work, it's already getting dark, so I don't really see a lot of sunlight. And I think that's really just making it worse. So I've been trying really hard to do these. But unlike October, it's gotten really difficult for me. But stay with me, guys. I'm trying. I'm doing the best that I can. But I also I'm worried about my cat. Worried about my life. Like, things are getting better, but the heavy is just heavier, you know? Like, things are definitely going in a direction I want to, but because of the headspace that I'm in, it feels, I feel the bad more. So I might do a big long video on all of this stuff, but I'm trying. I'm sorry I forgot to upload yesterday, and tomorrow I actually work. I made sure that I actually work tomorrow. Hopefully I don't die on the way to work. That was terrifying. Like, that makes me want to, like, have one of those dash things so that, like, I could have recorded that and everybody could have saw, because I feel like I can't explain it in a way that justifies how freaking terrifying that was. Because the road, let's see if I can explain this a little bit in the dark here. Can you sit, like, oh yeah, I forgot I busted off the back thing on my phone. Here, we'll set you right here like this, and we'll try to do a demonstration. So here's the lane of traffic going this way, here's the lane of traffic going this way. There's a divider that's not a full curb, but like an angled upward curb, because the curb is starting to have a divider, and my truck went like this over the curb, turned around, and like went near the ditch, tipped onto two tires and almost tipped on its side, and then stopped dead in the middle of like, okay, not the middle, more towards the edge of the ditch in the street, facing the wrong direction towards traffic. So it was pretty scary, and I'm actually like kind of frustrated, like mini rant, because the reason that this all happened is because I'm a Minnesotan, and which kind of sounds dumb, but snow. But other than that, because there was a guy behind me, and he was like riding my butt like crazy. I can see like the reflection of everything. It's distracting. Like, he was riding my butt, and the conditions were really bad, and I'm like, I don't want to get rear-ended, so I tried to like speed up just a little bit to get away from him, because if something happened and I had to get on my brakes, like, he would have rear-ended me. He was so close to me, and in me trying to go a little bit faster, which still was way under the speed limit, let me tell you. The speed limit was 45, and I hadn't even hit 40, but I was trying to get out of this guy's way a little bit, and then, you know, flew around like a crazy and went off, and he obviously had to stop because the car in front of him is what she was riding the butt of, was like, oh, baby. The car in front of him was, you know, flying out of control, and when my vehicle finally stopped facing the wrong direction, he just drove around me and kept going. Like, what? Like, what? So I'm kind of mad about that because I don't care if I see a vehicle in front of me, and we were in the middle of town. It's not like we were on the freeway. Like, this was the middle of town. I hadn't even gotten onto the freeway yet. So it's like, if I had saw somebody flip their freaking car and almost die in front of me, I would have been like, hey, you okay? Like, obviously, like, I didn't crash. Like, there's no damage to my truck. My truck didn't flip. I wasn't in the ditch. I didn't get stuck. Like, I easily turned my truck around and got back on the road. But I still would have been like, hey, are you okay? Like, that looked terrifying. And so, the guy just drove by. What a freaking, lots of words that'll get me demonetized. So, I hate how people drive in the snow around here. Here's your Midwest rant. I hate how people drive the snow around here because legally a safe following distance is 1 car length for every 10 miles an hour you're going, which means if you're on the freeway going 65, you need 6.5 car lengths in between you and the guy in front of you for a safe distance in regular weather, not to mention bad weather. And so even if you're going 40 or like 35, 40, like, you need lengths of cars in between you, and then you add more to the fact that there's snow and everybody rides each other's butts. And then when I got onto the freeway, like, it had been more plowed, but the snow was coming down. Like, the video that I showed you guys, like, it just doesn't show it justice. Like, it looked like freaking snowballs falling from the sky. Kitty, why are you being particularly lovey and annoying right now? But, so, you couldn't even see the road in front of you. So I was driving really slow on the freeway, and I wasn't the only one. There was other people who actually had brains, but everybody was going in the passing lane, which was less plowed than the lane I was in, the slow lane, and people are going 70 passing in the passing lane, and I'm like, what are you doing? You know that you can't do that in the snow. Like, you'll get away with it one time or another, but once you hit that slick spot, you're gonna go flying into the ditch. So, yeah, I don't know. I always get really angry when people follow each other so closely. Like, it doesn't even have to be me. If you're riding the butt of the guy in front of me, like, if I see 2 cars in front of me and that guy's riding that guy's butt, I will get really angry. Like, stop. Like, seriously, stop. Like, pass them if you're able to, and if you're not, deal with it. Because you're gonna cause an accident, and you're not putting your own life only at risk. Like, you're putting the lives of everybody around you at risk, because if you get into an accident like that on the freeway, especially like a day today where it's super snowy, like, if my car had gone flying out of control on the freeway and there was more cars and it wasn't just like in town with only like 2 other cars, like, I would hit other cars would have hit me. If people were going 70 in the other lane, like, that would have been so bad. That would have been awful. But, like, I don't know. I could rant on that forever. I always make sure I give everybody in front of me a freaking lot of passing distance, because that's the way you're supposed to drive to be safe. And I hate it when I give people in front of me enough, like, distance between us. People will use that, pass the other guy, and then get in front of me, and then there's, like, half a car length in between everybody. Like, what are you doing? Like, stop it. So, except when I drove on the way home from getting to work and realizing I didn't work today, I had to follow the guy in front of me a little bit closer than I would like to, but we were only going like 30 miles an hour down the freeway, but the snow was so bad that without seeing his car, like, I wouldn't know if the road turned. I didn't know really what side of the road I was on the freeway because the snow got really heavy driving home. This is 8 minutes of me just being from the north. That's all it says. Title of the video, ranting about being Minnesotan. But I had to follow him pretty closely, because otherwise I couldn't see the frickin' road. But I tried real hard to give him good distance, and it was scary and not fun. Everybody drives safe, and just because you have 4-wheel drive doesn't mean that you're fine. My truck has 4-wheel drive, and I slide everywhere. So, yeah, drive safe, be safe. Dealing with mental stuff, sorry that that's affecting my YouTube. If you're dealing with mental stuff, know that you're not alone. Everybody has something they deal with. Please don't die, guys, because it's not good. Drive safely. And speed limit doesn't count when it's snowing. It's lower. Just go lower. Even if it's raining heavy, just drive slower. Like, it's better to be late than be dead. Because if you're dead, then you're, like, permanently late to literally everything in your life. So, now that got really depressing, I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, look at my lovely eyeliner, because I slept when I got home. But, yeah, so I'm getting ready to go to bed now. I will see you guys tomorrow. I actually work. And taking my cat to the vet. I will try really hard to be better at vlogging. Especially because in October, nothing even happened. And I vlogged a lot, and now things are actually happening, and I'm not vlogging it, but I'll do my best. See you tomorrow. Give this video a thumbs up, and leave comments below. Tell me, have you gotten into, like, snowy conditions where you flew off the road and almost died? I want to hear all about it. I like reading those stories, especially if you're okay. Please be okay. And subscribe, because a lot of stuff is happening, kinda. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.